whenever they need to be aggressive, it's like, hey, coach, you got them red stuff. Right? Something red, something orange. But ladies and gentlemen, we're about to jump into the draft here. Let's look at the map. It looks like it's going to be broken walls. If it's difficult for Kyrie to play in the jungle, oh my goodness, it's going to be more difficult now, Trex.
All right, so first pick is over to, last ban over to TL. Sora is banned out this time, which makes a huge difference in what we're going to see because the past few games, it has gone through. Claude gone as well. Grok on the field. Do we think we see something like a Grok up front here from Onyx? Cho? I don't know. I think you go for something more group crowd control. With the way that TL's been playing, the Cho, Keyboy, I mean, I think you need something that can really stiff arm the advance of TL. Something that can slow them down.
But it's banned out by themselves. Maybe a Yu Zhong, but it's also banned.
So banned, yeah.
Grok?
Yeah, Grok maybe.
Or just Farza YSS, okay.
Essentially, this is so scary because you could just go, well, Hilda is not available, but TL can just go for Khalid eventually.
Or TL just take away the Cho now.
Lancelot Cho. Yeah, Lancelot Cho might be a...
Cho Farza?
Cho Farza.
Cho Farza looks so good. Like Onyx, I really feel like go back to the most basic thing and get winning lanes. Like I feel like once you see the Farza,
Yep.
I kind of feel like take the prio side leaders. I don't know because it's difficult to go up against OHEP and Sanford. Even if you get a counter matchup, they still somehow win.
Well, I think with the Sora gone right now, there's not exactly like prio offlane. You want to go for counterplay. The Esmeralda, though, what I do like about it is we know OHEB can play it. If they have to, they can use it elsewhere. Most likely going to the gold lane, though. But still, the option is very open, right?
This kind of tells me that the Team Liquid really wants to put JP0 onto the second phase, which also it has worked in the previous games though. So Oni cannot easily just pick up the Cho here because of the presence of the Esmeralda. I think the Grok is going to be better.
Yes.
You also have that Hylas to protect your team. That's going to be for Keyboy. However, maybe they just deprioritize Keyboys here now. I think they just might go for EXP. Maybe get a... Oh, they go Kalea. And maybe Violet Lunox. This is really scary. But Team Liquid could just go for can go back to the Lancelot, I feel like. I don't think they're a team that would go for the Leomord, especially in this scenario where there's a Lunox and a Kalea. You might want to go for an Assassin here, Hayabusa, or the Lancelot. There you go.
That's how they beat him in the first game.
Yeah.
Carl TZ felt comfortable against the YSS with it. Coming in the second phase of bans, though. So both sides we still need a roam for the side of TL, so does Onyx just kind of, you ban out the Grok here, you ban out some of those options?
Yeah,
get on catch, I guess.
Right now, I feel like TL is in such a good position. It really is just on Onyx. So most of my questions will be closely related to Onyx. So first of all, how do you feel about the first three picks here, Wolf, the Yisenshin, Lunox, and Kalea?
Yisenshin and Lunox, I really like Kalea. It's just the slot where the Kalea is right now, which I'm scared of because Team Liquid can draft accordingly, but they can also just ban out Seers that will eventually counter the Kalea, like the Katot Catcher, for example. So, to answer your question, I like it actually. I think this is much better than the first three picks of Onyx in games 1 and 2.
So, what about you, Trex? What does Onyx really do not want to deal with just to make sure this first three picks is not going to be disturbed?
Oh, man.
You got to look at JP's hero?
I mean, I think you definitely look at JP's hero. The Hilda is already gone. Again, I think the Grok could be a problem. Anything hyper-aggressive, you get rid of maybe the... So they did ban out Gatakacha here, and then maybe just get rid of the Grok next and keep it simple?
Yeah. Grok Farsa, though, that's going to be scary.
What if Onyx throws a curveball? Because they have done this before. They put the Lunox on the gold lane. Yeah. I'm not saying it's a great idea, but because they have done it before, we do have to talk about it.
Yeah.
I mean, if the hand gets shown of Esmeralda being in the gold lane, but the problem is TL gets final pick, so it's very hard. They have to make that call preemptively, essentially.
You know what? What if Team Liquid picks up Chip? gonna be
Oh, yeah, that would be trouble.
that would be a lot of trouble for Onyx, especially if it's gonna be
Because
the
their
last.
mid trio is kind of selfish in their own defenses.
Yep, that's right. Kalia as well as Lunox. There's the Lapu Lapu being banned out.
They leave the Grok open.
Let's see. Uranus is also open. They can actually.
Banned.
Oh, it's banned.
Yeah.
Uranus,
Yeah, I know the monitor shifting is it's something to deal with, you know?
Yeah, it's hard to deal with.
Yeah.
Okay, Arlet is left, Terizla's left, but you want to pick that up now if you are TL? Actually,
Yeah, Sanford has used quite a few heroes to glue as well. They
Alex.
pick up the Alice here.
man, I can really see. Because what happens now is that you don't have a luxury of side laners now for Onyx. What do you pick up against these two heroes? You need some sandbag and you also need that damage. I think Ranger might be an option for them.
I kind of want to see Onyx kind of like have a lot of crowd control here because they only have a single lock.
Yeah,
I want to see just a little bit more. But that's
Ranger Terizla, man. I think they don't have any choice.
Rizla. We haven't seen a Ruby in a really long time. It goes well with the YSS.
Oh, you're right. That could be good. Maybe you take the maybe get Khalid. Edith. How about Edith though? Is it something that Onyx like Ludwig can play? CC, by the way. Oh no, it's banned.
Yeah, you just got to
There it is.
You just got to get used to the monitor
Yeah, the
facing
monitor
away.
bans.
Facing away
It
from
really
us.
actually glares the bans. I cannot see it.
I've been waiting like 30 games for this Ruby
For this
pick right here because I feel like it still works well, especially against the double fighter off lane.
Yeah.
Because what they want to do is all jump on you, and Ruby slows that
Yeah.
pressure down.
Hylos might be the option here for Team Liquid, but I do want to see a chip. It might be so spicy. There you go. It's a Hylos.
Hey, you gotta go with the low and easy. What's it called? Low hanging fruit. Like if it's obviously a high loss, just pick up a high loss.
Yeah.
So Trex, is there a chance Onyx can extend this?
Because I'm a Ruby fan, I think there is. I think there is a chance. I'd give it like 35 to 65.
Well, I'm not good at numbers. What does that tell us?
That tells me that they have a better chance in this game compared to the previous two games.
Okay. I'm still not all that good in numbers. There's a scissor here. Well, this is potentially the final game between Onyx going up against TL. Will TL drop Onyx in their own home turf? We're throwing it over to the casters for this one.
You know what? I'm not good at numbers either,
5
LaFell.
seconds
And
till
that's
the
why
enemy
I'm right here,
reaches
joining
the
with the boys,
battlefield.
Leo and Miracle. We're
Smash
bringing it
them.
in Game 3. It's match
All
point right
troops
now for
deployed.
Team Liquid. Two champions once again
Welcome
that started this
to
all out
Mobile
and has been
Legends.
dominant so far for the champions from the Philippines. Gentlemen, are we thinking the same things here with the draft?
If we did not watch the first two games, worrying about the mental of Onyx right now, then yes, I'd even up those numbers. I'd say it's a 60-40 in favor of Onyx. I really like this draft.
But the thing is, the first two games happened, and in game number 2, it was honestly quite brutal to see Onyx panic the way they did in the base defense. Skylar hitting a wall, going for the Valkyrie's descent. Keyboy flickering, trying to really look for a way to drag him, but unable to. So they are on easier to execute compositions now, on easier to execute heroes. It's back to the basics, even the Ruby, something that we haven't seen in a while, getting to the hands of Skylar
Not
again.
just easier, I'd say even at an advantage. You're looking at Keyboy, who is holding on for dear life and can hold on to these softies. I'm looking at Carl DZ, I'm looking at Sanji. Hell, there might even be a world where he holds on to Sanford, hits him with a Tsunami Slam when he's not ready, because again, you have to scale up. You have to get the right items on Sanford for him to, you know, literally be CCMU. They catch JP.
Oh man, Revitalize gonna be popped instantly now as JP still able to sustain back up. And that's it. Onyx just want to bait out the Revitalize. But the thing is, they're getting poked down. That Lethal Ignition take down on Sans.
Yeah, that's part of it. Take down the Revitalize. They even have to work through 2 Purifies over there on the side of TL. That's something they can work on. You see the emblems here coming through. Yeah, you're going to have a lot of crowd control. And I have to agree with the panel, you know, when Trex was saying, like, bring out the Ruby, bring out some crowd control to go ahead and complement Keyboy on this Kalea, who traditionally, this hero, the Kalea, does really good at setting things up, obviously, and then the sustainability that comes with it built into the kit. So they've got to be able to play around this potential. JP?
Revitalize this time around. Mana Shocker locks him down with the help of Keyboy, but JP stood alive for quite a bit. Carl TZ looking to play now with the Thorn Rose, but it's actually bit too aggressive. Keyboy gets away, gets Sans back to a comfortable spot too, but look at Sanford already holding in the turtle. Sans going in over on Ohead. He might be able to get them down completely. Skylar walking up now. Keyboy gonna go in as well. It's a double flicker from Skylar and Keyboy. What? Ohead getting pulled back by the Alpha Defenders on a ruin.
There you go! CC Immune coming in, knocks up the trade for Keyboy. They fight Skylar even after he hits the flicker, and Lutpi cannot catch Sanji.
Dark Wave on 2. That's gonna Inferno pursue the puncture away to Thorn Rose, locking him down, and it's JP with the DPS taking him out.
It looked so good for Onyx for a minute there, but then it all fell apart. And they're going to be zoned off this turtle, but Sans
Doing a lot of damage over on Sanford, but he's able to flick around now. Kyrie jumps in with the traces, and a moment shotgun is the right tree in for Kai! And now it's JP to fall! Sans gets the last kill in the skirmish.
And there's the counter punch, man. When I was saying it looked so good, well, Onyx took it back and said, here we go, we'll make it look good.
It's all Onyx. After the first turtle, Liquid, what they're looking at is off-timing engagements. Onyx has better uptime in this draft. They're 2,000 gold up at 3 minutes. This is dangerous waters Liquid swimming in.
And for the first time, no joke, nice Leo, for the first time today,
Yes,
we hear the Sonics roaring as JP falls again.
Roaring,
needed it.
roaring with purpose.
Yeah.
They were roaring before the match even began, but now they're roaring in celebration. They can celebrate the fact that the mid lane has been won. They can celebrate the fact that Ludwig can freely leave the EXP lane because Sanford is still on wave clear duty. So that means that's taken care of. Up top though, that might be where Liquid can find a little bit of breathing room. Between the Esmeralda and the Ruby and the Esmeralda,
Yep.
Ohem can dance around, threaten something from Skylar, and then leave. They actually are still at the 50-50. This is the only lane, I think, that Liquid can hold on and say, can we do something here? That's why JP is kind of scouting out, and they send up some.